Hey there, YouTubers. This is Levi666 with the final update for the Legacy Elf combo deck. Let's dive in here. This is pretty much never going to change. I'm not going to put the money into proper fetch lands for fitting out the deck. It still combos off fairly regularly, and we'll dive into the card base here. First, we have your mana producers with a playset of Birchlore Rangers. You tap 2 untapped elves you control to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. These elves do not need haste. They can be freshly cast that turn. You can tap 2 of them because it's a static ability. Moving on, we have a playset of Heritage Druids, which is a little better ramp. We got tap 3 untapped elves for 3 green mana. Those are really amazing and one of the main combo pieces of the deck here. Next cards, we have 3 Elvish Spirit Guides, which if in your starting hand, you can remove them from the game for an extra green mana. These accelerate you to get you like a turn 1 Priest of Titania, so you can try to, if it survives, you can combo off turn 2. It sets you off to combo off turn 2. Then we got a playset of Fyndhorn Elves, which are just like Llanowar and Mystic Elves, just old school and cooler because they're from Ice Age, but you tap those to add 1 mana to your mana pool. Playset of Priest of Titania. This is another main combo piece here. You tap it to add 1 green mana for each elf in play. All your elves are 1-drops, so it's really easy to get these elves in play. Next we got a playset of Wirewood Symbiotes, which is one of the pieces you need to keep your combo going. It's a lot of shenanigans. You can return an elf to your hand and untap a creature. You can use this only once each turn, but you can do it to save your elves if something bad is going to happen to them, like if somebody's going to try to remove your priest that you need to win the game. You can return that to your hand and then like replay it, so their removal just fizzles. But that, more importantly, you get more untapped triggers out of the priest to give you more mana ramp. Another card here, once again to keep the combo going for the shenanigans, is Quirion Ranger. You return a forest to your hand to untap a creature. Same thing, you can use it once a turn, but it gives you more untapped triggers out of your Priest of Titania. Next, we got, to keep the combo, this is the main combo piece, Nettle Sentinel. Doesn't untap during your untap step. Whenever you play a green spell, you untap Nettle Sentinel. The idea is you want to try to get you want to get 3 of these in play. So when you can use the Heritage Druid's ability to tap 3 elves for 3 mana, you'll tap the 3 Nettle Sentinels, you'll get your 3 mana, you'll play a 1-drop, the Nettle Sentinels will untap because you played a green spell, and then you're floating 2 mana. And the whole idea is just to do that every single time. So then you tap the Nettle Sentinels for 3 more mana, you'll be at 5, play another 1-drop, you'll be down to 1, the Nettle Sentinels untap, and then you tap them again for 7. And so on and so forth until you get enough mana to cast one of your bombs to win you the game. Glimpse of Nature keeps the combo going. Whenever you play a creature spell, you get to draw a card. If you draw into multiples of these, you just want to cast them right away and just try to keep just draw multiple cards until you can get to your win con. Next we got Elvish Visionary. Playset of these, when he enters the battlefield, draw a card. If you're trying to combo or in the midst of comboing, you can really abuse this with the Wirewood Symbiote. When you return it to your hand, it'll just let you keep drawing in to try to find one of your final combo pieces you need to keep you rolling. Next we got 2 Green Sun Zeniths and a Summoner's Pact. Same thing, they're going to fetch you for a green creature. The Green Sun Zenith puts into play, the Summoner Pact brings it to your hand. The Summoner Pact is free, so if you're using it on the turn you're comboing out, it's kind of like a last resort to get the pieces you need, because you really don't want to have to pay that forward at the beginning of the next upkeep. And Green Sun Zenith, just really good all-around fetch card for green spells. These will help you get your Nettle Sentinels in play, or finish off your combo pieces that you need to keep rolling if you've already got the Glimpse moving. Next we got Regal Force. If you haven't gotten your combo pieces, this is the one that you need that will get you there, or that will get you to your win con. When he comes into play, you draw a card for each green creature you control. If you're in the midst of a combo, you'll have a ton of creatures in play. A lot of times I end up drawing like 10, 11 cards off this guy, and it just refills your hand, gives you a ton of new 1-drops, and you should be able to get one of your win cons to finish off the game. Win con number 1, Craterhoof Behemoth. Haste, when he enters the battlefield, creatures you control get +X and trample, where X is the number of creatures you control. I've swung for 100 with just him and like a couple other creatures. It's insane the amount of damage you can do. Once again, the untap abilities with these guys for previous creatures you've played, you want to make sure that you have enough damage to get through, so you want to untap your previous creatures that can possibly attack the turn that you cast this. Next win con, Staff of Domination. I think this was my original win con back in the day. Using Priest of Titania and any 4 other elves, you can get infinite mana and infinite draws off the Staff of Domination, as well as infinite life. I don't have the Hurricanes main deck anymore, but this will get you to one of your other win cons. You'll be able to untap all your creatures that are able to attack, and it's just another piece that'll get you there at a relatively low cost of 3 mana. The final win con, everybody's favorite win con, Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. Can't be countered. When he gets cast, you take an extra turn, so then you get to untap with the whole team, and the whole team will be swinging, guaranteed. When you drop this guy, you just win the game. Flying, protection from colored spells, Annihilator 6. All that is pretty much irrelevant. It's just that he's a 15/15 Annihilator, and you'll be swinging in with him turn 2, turn 3. Really great win con here, and those are the ways that you're going to win, is with one of those 3 cards. Land base is just 14 regular stupid old forests, nothing special. If you put in a playset of fetch lands, was it the Misty Rainforests, and I think it's Verid and Catacombs. There's probably a couple other ones, but like if you just had like 8 fetch lands, it'd probably be more than enough to get you rolling. I know some decks are actually playing Deathrite Shaman now, which is kind of cool for acceleration, I guess. Extra acceleration, because it's just a touch better than a Fintorn Elf, I guess, if you're using fetch lands and you're going to have multiple lands in the graveyard. I mean, I guess it's really kind of the same. It does give you one of any color, so you can splash more sideboard cards. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about that. I'm not going to put them in here. Like I said, this deck is the way it is, and it's not going to change. I don't have much sideboard tech, because you don't really want to mess with the combo too much. I just put in a playset of Crows and Grips for when I'm playing against like Show and Tell or Show and Tell Omniscience. Anyone that's trying to win that way. What it is it's a split-second spell, so it can't be responded to, and it destroys an artifact or enchantment. It's a really, really good card because it takes away their priority. Like, normally, if you Show and Tell Omniscience and you were going to try to naturalize it once it came into play, they get priority with Omniscience first, and they'll get to cast whatever they want for free before your naturalize would technically get to resolve, because of the way priority works. Split Second takes that away. Once this spell is on the stack, players can't play spells, activate abilities that are mana abilities. So they can't use Omniscience, they can't respond to it in any way, they pretty much are just screwed and have to let it go. Next, I got a single Azuri Renegade Leader. This is just kind of in there for people that are that sideboard against you and are picking apart your combo, and you'll usually find that out game 2. Like, if you combo out game 1, game 2, they'll pick apart your combo, and you'll go, oh shit, well, I need to, win by a little more stompy method. So Azuri Renegade Leader, regenerates all your elves, keeps them in play, and pumps them up to give them +3/+3 and trample until the end of turn. Great little overrun ability. Fauna Shaman, just another way to fetch for those combo pieces. Discard a creature, search your library for a creature available, put it into your hand. Nice little reusable ability. And with the Wirewood Symbiote and Quirion Ranger being able to untap creatures, you can do that multiple times. Last 3 rather, we got an extra Staff of Domination and 2 Hurricanes, just as the backup win con. If you know you're not going to win, and these people are just, and you're playing against a really good deck. I was playing against Jund one time, and there was no way I was going to win. I was doing the beatdown method, and I got the guy down to 6 life. He was swinging in hard with some Tarmogoyf, and I was just running out of chump blockers, and I had a few mana makers, and I was just praying for a Hurricane, and I ended up pulling it the last turn I was able to use it, and drew us out because I did lethal damage to both of us. He had more life than me, so I was going to die regardless, so I just stole the win from him. and this is a great way to just draw out instead of taking a game loss. Most of you people, this probably pissed some people off that think that's a really shitty way to not get game losses, but hey, it's a game of Magic. That's the game, and it's a fun game. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If this helped you out, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll be doing a lot more content here with Legacy. And thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.